I've been having some fun lately looking online and seeing what some people have come up with for the famous painting recreation challenge. And so I was just Googling this and was looking at some of the fun artworks. And so you can see that people have dressed up kind of like some famous paintings and taken a photograph. And sometimes they make them look almost exactly the same, like that Mona Lisa there. And like this Vermeer right here, that's pretty good. And sometimes they do silly things like this one right here. You can see instead of the parakeets that she's got cleaning products that are green on her shoulders. So it's been kind of cute looking at some of the different ones that come up. One of the other ones I really liked was this one. This is a famous painting called the American Gothic. So that's kind of a fun one to recreate. So I decided to challenge you to come up with something similar. Now I thought, well, I can't have you do it unless I try it myself. So this is the painting I picked to recreate. This is Jan Vermeer's The Milkmaid, and this is one that my 3G scholars have studied as we've looked at some of the paintings that have a lot of light and shadow. So we've already looked at this one this year. So I am going to tell you a little bit more about how to look at a famous painting, gather what you need, and recreate the painting so that you can take a photo. Hello, my most amazing artists. How are you today? So today, I want to challenge you to do an extra fun art project. I want you to think about a famous painting that you've seen, and I want you to try to recreate it and take a photo of that recreation so that I can see the original and the recreation right next to each other. So I decided to recreate Jan Vermeer's painting called The Milkmaid. And so I looked at the colors in the painting, I looked at the things, the objects in the painting, and I thought, oh, I think I have some things around the house that would work for this painting. So I gathered a coffee pot and a bowl and some bread and a basket, some blue table coverings, some clothing that would match the clothing that was in the painting, and of course, the milk jug. And I found a place in my house that had a window, and I brought over a little table, and I've got these baskets, and I tried to find all of the details that were in the painting. And now I'm gonna have my daughter Sophia take a picture of me while I pose.
Hi, I'm Sophia. I'm Miss Rose's daughter, and I help her with photography and video making. Today, I'm going to be telling you 3 tips for when you are taking a photo of your recreation of your famous piece of art. So, number 1, lighting. Make sure something isn't too dark or too light when you're taking your photo. Number 3, studying your hand. Number 2.
Counting.
We can edit that. Number 2, you should always be studying your hand. You don't want your photo to be blurry or anything like that. Number 3, make sure that when you're looking at your reference photo, you should make sure you're trying to add in quite a few little details. So make sure you're framing your photo well. You should try and add in, example, with our photo, we did the milkmaid. We had to add in a small box in the very back of the room during that time, and that's kind of in our frame, and you should make sure that isn't out of zoom.